Coffee beans.
Good morning, my little coffee beans. So today I'm going to be talking about balance. So one of my biggest things it's a technique that I've been using for years and years and years, especially in high school when I had a ton of different things going on at the same time. I put things in boxes. So I had a cheer box, I had an FFA box, I had a National Honor Society box, I had a school box, I had a church box. So I put everything in a box. And
are these physical boxes or like mental boxes?
They're mental boxes, but a physical list. You need separate physical lists. So right now, I have so right now when I'm at work, I have a work list. And I have it in my lap right now because I was reviewing it this morning. And I review it before I go to work and right when I get home from work. And I also review it during work. So have separate lists for like work and home. So, and then other categories in your life. So when I'm at home, I'm in home mode and I write things that I need to get done at home. And then when I get home from work, I review that list, get things done, but I don't worry about it while I'm at work. And while I'm at work, I focus on the things that I need to get done at work. You know, I have my work list, I have my work priorities. And so I'm not thinking about things that I need to get done at home. It's early. So, still dark outside. Have your work list, think about work things. And then when you're at home, leave work at work, unless there's something that you have to get done at home. Otherwise, look at your, home list. Of course, you'll have things to do in both areas. So, my next tip is something that I did before I started my job, and I created a priority list. So first off, I listed out everything in my life that was meaningful to me. I put things like work, I put things like church, I put things like family, friends, gym. So it can be, my relationship. It can be stuff like that, but just things that are a priority to you. And then make a priority list. Go ahead and say, this is what's number one, this is what's number two. And I had to use that list early on in my career when, I was working and it was Blake's white coat ceremony and they didn't let me off for work. And well, Blake was before work. And so, I had to go in and kind of be a nuisance and say, hey, this is a big deal. I need to be at his white coat ceremony. We got to figure something out. And so we ended up being able to figure something out, but it was stressful, for the months in between when we were figuring out how someone was going to cover me, what was going to happen. Up until that day, I still didn't know if I was going to get off. So I came to work in my, my heels and my dress, ready to go to the white coat. And a couple minutes, 30 minutes before, someone said, hey, I heard that they're going to let you off. And I was like, they are? So, having a priority list allows me to know what to fight for. And then things of course are under work. And so I'm like, work's the priority for this. So it's good to have a priority list. And also something that I've done is I've created a schedule around my priorities. So I love calendars. I have a calendar for cleaning. I have a calendar for social events. I have a calendar for my mundane daily tasks. And so what I did was I looked at my priorities and I took them into calendar form, starting with God. I wrote in, every Sunday what time church was, Wednesday what time Bible study was, and I got those things on my calendar. And then next I went in with work and I put my work schedule down. And, then I went in with the gym. I went in with like my physical health and I wrote down like, okay, I can go Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and sometimes Saturday, if it works. And so you write your priorities in, you schedule everything in. And so at the end of the day, if you're like, okay, what am I doing tomorrow? You can say, okay, those are my priorities. I have my priorities there, and you don't really need to make adjustments. One of my biggest tips with balance is also doing something you enjoy every day and making the time for that. So I wake up early in the morning so that I already have the time allotted for coffee and a book. And every single morning, I just check the time. Every single morning, I allocate time to something I enjoy. So I'm waking up and I'm not immediately, my house is already clean because I clean, a quick clean at night. So I wake up and I've planned ahead for this time to be able to wake up and get a cup of coffee and grab a book after I'm ready and just sit and read and start the day just with peace in my heart and ready to then go to work and be fully present and not feel rushed or have a spike of adrenaline or feel like I have all this cortisol pulsing through my body because I'm anxious. So yeah, I'd say another part of balance is just doing something you enjoy every single day and making that a priority, because it really does affect, like, I'm loving life. They say the most stressful times in life are transitions. Well, I'm newly, married, and I started a new job and we moved, and so it's all these new things, but it's so enjoyable. And maybe that's because I'm not the one in med school. But yeah, you just have to make priorities. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.
So here is my adorable sister Juliana, and she has this little calico kitten with her. Oh, look how cute. Oh my goodness. So this is just one of the most fun parts of harvest time. We always have tons and tons of little kittens on the farm, and we'll just take them in. Yeah, look how tame these guys are.